government.
समय समय पर इनके नेता पकड़े गए और उनको बाध्यतम मंत्रिमंडल से हटाया गया। एमएलए शिप से या बाकी पदों से नहीं हटाया गया, केवल और केवल मंत्रिमंडल से हटाया गया क्योंकि तथ्य सामने आए। आज एक बहुत बड़े आम आदमी पार्टी के इसी प्रकार के तथ्य सामने आए हैं, वीडियो सामने आया है। जिस नेता के विषय में मैं बता रहा हूं, यह नेता वह है जो एमसीडी का एक घाघ नेता जिसको कहा जाता है। पुराने समय से एमसीडी को जानना, एमसीडी को पहचानना, और अभी आम आदमी पार्टी के दिल्ली के अंदर जो टॉप के 10 नेता होते हैं उनमें से एक है।
BJP has engaged in a poster campaign against the Aam Aadmi Party's Delhi government ahead of the MCD polls in the national capital. After being called thugs of Delhi yesterday, the newest poster on BJP Delhi's social media handle portrays prominent members of the Aam Aadmi Party as characters of crime show Money Heist. Vikram S, India's first ever privately developed rocket, successfully lifted off from Sriharikota spaceport. The Vikram S is expected to test and validate the majority of technologies in the Vikram series of orbital class space launched vehicles, including many subsystems and technologies that will be tested across the pre-liftoff and post-liftoff phases of the launch. The third No Money for Terror Ministerial Conference on Counter-Terrorism Financing was held in New Delhi. Prime Minister Modi as well as Union Home Minister Amit Shah addressed the conference, sharing their perspective on global terror and India's stand on the same. PM Modi gave the inaugural address at the terrorism financing event, speaking about how certain countries supported terrorism, with the source of terror funding being organized crime.
Our country faced the horrors of terror long before the world took serious note of it. Over the decades, terrorism in different names and forms tried to hurt India. We lost thousands of precious lives, but we have fought terrorism bravely. The delegates have a chance to interact with a country and people.
And we shift our focus back to the Shraddha murder case. In the investigation that is continuing, Republic has been able to access some chats that Shraddha had with her manager days before she was murdered. This is the latest input that is just coming in, and we'll try and put out details of those chats and what exactly was it reflective of. But yes, another fresh set of chats that Republic has been able to access. You would remember how Republic had also brought out chats that she had with her friends on the day of the murder, and this was on Instagram. Now this is a latest WhatsApp chat that Republic has been able to access that Shraddha had with her manager days before she was murdered. Alicia is joining us from the newsroom in Mumbai. Alicia, take us through this fresh set of chats. What exactly was discussed?
Well, Suresh, it's a very important chat which we have managed to access, and this is a chat of Shraddha Walkar and as well as the manager which she was working with. It's an ex-manager, and we can see from the chat itself. It's a chat which we have managed to access. It's of 24th of November 2020, which clearly says that yesterday everything got sorted after going to his parents' house. He is moving out today, and I won't be able to make it today because from all the beating yesterday, I guess my BP is low and my body hurts. Energy nahi bachi hai bed se uthne ki. Also, I need to make sure he moves out today. Sincere apologies for the trouble I have caused to you and the way it impacted work. So this is a clear chat which has been sent by Shraddha Walkar to her ex-manager in a company, and she's clearly mentioned it because we know from the friends and the from the family as well, which clearly mentioned that she was beaten up, and all this information has already given to the friends and family, which has clearly come across, and they have spoken to the Republic, and this is one of the proof. See if you can show the name. I'll just ask my video journalist to show the name of Shraddha Walkar. This is a chat of Shraddha Walkar sending to his manager, to her manager of 24th of November. This is a chat of 24th November, clearly mentioning everything got sorted after going to his
Alisha,
parents'
clear
house.
it for us. Basically, she was saying that Aaftab was going to move out of the house and she was beaten up by Aaftab and she was confiding in her manager on all this.
Well, Suesha, everyone knows that since 2019, where Shraddha and Aaftab was in a living relationship. So, of course, this chat clearly concerns of, clearly mentioning of that it was Aaftab, and she's been also mentioning that he is moving out today, which is something a sort of relief for Shraddha Walkar. Not only this, but also mentioned that I won't be able to make it today. She won't be able to come to the work today because from all the beating yesterday, I guess my BP is low, my body hurts, energy nahi bachi hai bed se utne ki. Also, I need to make sure he moves out today. So there is a clear the information that has been given by Shraddha, clearly saying that she needed that Aaftab should moves out of his house. So there was clearly the differences between which we have been seeing, and this is nothing but and also the confirmation that has been given also from the friends and family. The friends has also clearly have come out, and they have also mentioned that Shraddha always wanted to get out of the relation, but it was something a concern of love that she was still in the relation. And this is the chat which has come across and now clearly shows what the message she was sending out. She was sending a message not only to her friends but also to her ex-manager, which she mentioned that she want to make sure he moves out today. Also, there was some of the work impacted because of this relation, the intoxic relation which she was going through, because she was beaten up, he was violent to her. Not only this, but it's many times that her friends has come out and said that Aaftab was really very violent to Shraddha.
Right. Alisha, please also focus on that line and what exactly it reads. In that line, is it also hinting towards the fact that Aaftab and Shraddha had gone to Aaftab's parents' house, and she said that all got sorted out after going to his parents' house? Does this mean that they went to his parents' house and something was discussed there? They probably came to an agreement that he will move out of her house, they will part ways. This could also be a pain point for Aaftab because he understood that she was ready to walk out of the relationship, or to be precise, to chuck him out because she was independent.
Well, yes,
Is it looking like that?
Well, yes, Suesha, because I'll just once again show you the chat that we have managed to access. So this is the chat of Shraddha Walkar. Clearly shows that she was communicating with her boss, with her ex-manager, and in this she's been clearly mentioning the way she was going through, the way the torture that she was going through. She was beaten up, and in that all circumstances where it was her BP was low, which she has even mentioned in the chat. She is clearly saying that I won't be able to make it today. I won't be able to come to work today because all the beating yesterday, I guess my BP is low and my body hurts. Energy nahi bachi hai bed se utne ki. So this kind of situation where Shraddha was going through, and this is what she's been communicating to her boss, to her manager, saying that I am really sorry, sincere apologies, but it's even high time for me where the Aaftab should moves out of his house, and because it's some of the either ways impacting the work.
Right. But Alisha, this is certainly giving out a lot if we refer to this chat and every word of what it says, because clearly Aaftab's parents may know a lot more of the sequence of events during those days and how the fight was slowly building up. Clearly, if we go by this chat verbatim, it is getting very evident that Shraddha was ready to part ways with Aaftab, and she had indicated that to him because she's clearly telling her manager that I want to make sure he moves out today. That means he was probably attempting to still mend ways or still stay on and not finish the relationship. He was still pursuing her, but she was very clear that she wants to walk off. She knew that her work is getting impacted. She wanted him to leave the house. And she's also saying, so yesterday everything got sorted after we went to his parents' house. That means probably it could mean that Shraddha and Aaftab together had gone to Aaftab's parents' house. They had a discussion over the fact that she wants to part ways and she wants him to move out. They may have reached an agreement on that, because that is what she's indicating to her ex-manager. And it's just that she probably took off from work that particular day because she wanted to ensure that whatever they have agreed upon is actually exercised in action. So which means that if he has agreed to move out of the house, that then he should do that. And for all you know, Alisha, I'm probably drawing dots together, but the chat that she had on the last day, where she was probably trying to give a good news to her friend, she may be in her head thinking that she is ready to part ways with Aaftab. And that's when it could have taken a very ugly turn. Alisha will try and get more experts to look into this and really understand, as there are so many details coming in as far as the investigation is concerned. We also have a word from the plumber who had conducted repair works in that house where Aaftab and Shraddha were living together. Let's listen into what he said.
आपने देखा है आप बताएंगे कि श्रद्धा ने क्या पहन रखा था, किस तरीके किस
पैंट वगैरह कुछ वैसे
पहन रखा था, पैंट और टी शर्ट,
बाकी मतलब बैग था इसका इसमें पीछे। हाँ, और वो कपड़े वगैरह लेके आए थे।
कैसा बैग था?
बैग का तो मेरे वैसे ही था जो टांगने का होता पीछे, और इतना मतलब मैंने
जो स्कूल बैग होता है उस तरीके का कुछ।
हाँ
ठीक है।
और ये ऊपर जाते हुए मैंने अंदर तक जाते हुए देखा है।
दोनों को कितनी बार देखा?
जाते हुए तो मैंने उसी टाइम देखा था, बाकी आफ्ताब को मैंने कई बार देखा है। मैं पानी के बारे में बताने गया हूँ।
आप प्लम्बर है यहाँ पे, तो क्या बात हुई आपकी आफ्ताब से, जरा उसके बारे में बताइए।
किराएदार ने मकान मालिक के पास फ़ोन किया था कि ऐसे से पानी की दिक्कत है, तो उन्होंने मेरे पास कॉल किया कि ऐसे से आप थोड़ा उन्हें समझा दो, मैं थोड़ा दूर हूँ। और एक दो बार वो समझेंगे, तो नए नए किराएदार हैं, उनको पता नहीं है इसके बारे में, तो मैंने उनको बताया। फिर आफ्ताब भी नीचे आया था।
आफ्ताब आया था, किस तरीके से बात कर रहा था? क्या आपको लगा कि आफ्ताब जो है कहीं से डरा हुआ है या बहुत एग्रेसिव है, गुस्से में बात करता है, इस तरीके से कुछ लगा? प्यार से बात
तो नॉर्मली बात किया था उसने, ऐसा कुछ नहीं। हाँ ना में जवाब दिया था, मतलब ज़्यादा बात नहीं किया। जो फैमिली वाला जो किराएदार है उन्होंने उसको बुलाया था नीचे, कि मैंने तो समझ लिया, अब आप भी समझ लीजिए कि आपका गेट वाल कौन सा है।
कौन सा किराएदार था वो, कौन से फ्लोर का?
ये फर्स्ट फ्लोर पे तो आफ्ताब रहता है, उससे ऊपर फैमिली रहती है।
तो उन्होंने बुलाया था?
हाँ, उन्होंने मतलब कि मैंने उनको समझाता, उनको पानी की ज़रूरत ज़्यादा है ना फैमिली वाले को, तो उन्होंने फिर आवाज़ मार के आफ्ताब को बुलाया था।
अच्छा, ठीक है। तो कहीं से आपको कोई शक उस पर नहीं हुआ?
ऐसे तो कुछ बात ही नहीं थी उस टाइम।
किस तारीख की बात थी? 18 मई से पहले की बात है या बाद की बात?
18 मई से पहले की बात है।
18 मई के बाद कभी वो मिला हो कि पानी से कोई दिक्कत हो रही है, या उसने कुछ पूछा हो आपसे?
नहीं, मेरे से कुछ नहीं पूछा। ज़्यादातर जो किराएदार हैं वो मकान मालिक को कॉल करते थे, और मकान मालिक मेरे पास कॉल करते थे।
पुलिस ने क्या आपसे पूछताछ की?
पुलिस ने कुछ मेरे से क्यों करेगी?
So that is what the plumber had to say, who had conducted repair works in that house where Aaftab and Shraddha lived together. But this particular chat, absolutely explosive in nature and really giving out so much of what may have been happening in the last few days. This is a chat from the 24th of November 2020. So let's also go back and understand that, Alisha, I want to come back to you because the date is of extreme significance. Is this chat from the 24th of November 2020? Does that mean that they had had a massive fight back then because he used to beat her up and he used to abuse her, and at that time she wanted to part ways, she wanted him to move out of the house, and she was having trouble with her at home because she was not being able to focus on work, and this is exactly what she was hinting to the manager. She was apologizing for the fact that the work has really been impacted all these days, but she just wants to ensure that she gets out of this relationship. She ensures that Aaftab moves out of the house so that she can get back to her life as it was. But clearly he didn't want to come out of it.
Well, Suesha, this shows the situation of Shraddha at that point of time, because it's not only the friends but also the manager, the company which she was working with. She was just trying to communicate with each and every person the situation like she was going through, because this chart itself shows the real picture, the relation between Shraddha and Aaftab. Because once we again go with the chart, because this chart is something which we have access, is very important, the content which has been written, because we know even early morning when we even saw her picture, the way she was beaten up, the marks on her face. Not only this, there is also a report of an hospital that she was seeing a doctor for a back pain, just because where the police, the Manipur police station, from the sources which we know that there was police is also investigating. They suspect that she was beaten multiple times. But again, coming back to the chart that we have access, this is the chart of between Shraddha Walkar and the ex-manager of Shraddha, which she was working in a company. The chart is of 24th November 2020, which clearly says, so yesterday everything got sorted after going to his parents' house. That is Aaftab parents' house. Is moving out today. So this chart probably like giving an indication, mentioning that she reached out to Aaftab parents, and there was something that has need to be sorted, and that is something has been done by Shraddha, which is why she's been sharing with us ex-manager and saying that he's moving out today, and I won't be able to make it today because from all the beating yesterday, I guess my BP is low and my body hurts. Energy nahi bachi hai bed se utne ki. Also, I need to make sure he moves out today. So Shraddha wanted him to move out of that, whether it is a relationship or whether they were living in a living relation in a Naigaon, in the same resident. And she always wanted where Aaftab should leave out of it, and they should get out of this relation is what Shraddha was always wanted, and that is what a message that has already been conveyed to her ex-manager. She's clearly saying, I won't be able to make it today. She won't be able to come office today. She's giving a clear reason, a clear indication what has happened to her. She was beaten up. She was, which is why her BP was low. It was a body hurt. There was no energy left so that she can even get out of her bed. Not only that, she also said that sincere apologies for the trouble I have caused to you and the way it impacted world. So the way the work was really much impacted because of the relation, the toxic relation which she was going through, and that is the same message has been conveyed to her manager.
Absolutely. Alicia, stay on with us. We also have a reaction from a doctor who had treated Shraddha once while she was admitted in the hospital, and she was admitted because she had injuries on her body. The doctors also indicated that Aaftab had come to meet her in the hospital when she was admitted there. Let's get details on that.
श्रद्धा यहाँ पे 3 दिसंबर 2020 से 6 दिसंबर 2020 तक एडमिट थी। वो काफ़ी तेज़ गर्दन का दर्द और पीठ का दर्द के कारण आई थी, जिसके कारण उसको मूवमेंट्स में मुश्किल हो रहा था, डिफिकल्ट हो रही थी।
जो इंजरी हुई थी उसके बारे में श्रद्धा ने बताया था कि कैसे वो इंजरी आई उसको, और वो क्या उसके आगे भी कुछ बताया था, क्या कितने दिन तक यहाँ एडमिट रही?
हम हिस्ट्री पूछते पेशेंट से, लेकिन पेशेंट ने हमें ऐसा कोई खास रीज़न नहीं बताया जो उसको रिकॉल हो कि जिसके कारण ये हो रहा है। जस्ट वो पेन का कंप्लेंट कर रही थी, लेकिन उसका कारण उसने हमें नहीं बताया कुछ भी।
तो क्या ऐसी चोटों से क्या डॉक्टर आप पता लगा क्या कि किसी उसके साथ मारपीट हुआ है या किस तरह से हुआ है, क्या ऐसा कुछ लगा आपको?
नहीं, वैसे एक्सटर्नल इंजरी कुछ उसके बॉडी पे नहीं दिखाई दे रही थी। जब हमने हिस्ट्री पूछा तो उसने भी हमें कोई ऐसा मारपीट का कारण नहीं बताया। बाकी जो उसके इन्वेस्टिगेशंस हुए उसमें एक्सरे पे भी हमें थोड़ा सा स्पाज्म नज़र आया, मतलब जो स्पॉन्डिलाइसिस जैसे फीचर्स रहते हैं वैसे, और वो कई कारणों से हो सकता है, गिरने से, मारपीट से, या फिर एक्सरसाइज नहीं होने से, बैड पोस्चर रहने से, वजन उठाने से भी हो सकता है।
जब वो हॉस्पिटल में एडमिट थी तो क्या उससे मिलने के लिए आफ्ताब आया था या श्रद्धा की फैमिली वाले आए थे मिलने के लिए?
मुझे जहाँ तक रिकॉल है उसको एडमिशन के समय आफ्ताब था उसके साथ।
हाँ, आफ्ताब यहाँ पे एडमिट किया था। फिर आफ्ताब कितनी बार यहाँ हॉस्पिटल में आया था, और उसके डिस्चार्ज होने के दौरान में उसके जो फीसेस थी वो कैसे पेड किया गया था?
पेमेंट का तो आपको एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन से पता चलेगा, उसके बारे में मैं नहीं बता पाऊँगा।
तो डिस्चार्ज के टाइम क्या आफ्ताब आया था यहाँ पे उसको डिस्चार्ज करने के लिए, या कि खुद फैमिली मेम्बर आया हुआ था?
नहीं, फैमिली मेम्बर मुझे नहीं रिकॉल हो रहे, शायद फैमिली मेम्बर को मुझे नहीं लगता मैंने देखा है, लेकिन आफ्ताब को मैंने देखा है।
हाँ, फिर उसके बाद फिर से कुछ प्रॉब्लम हुई दोबारा? कभी श्रद्धा हॉस्पिटल में एडमिट हुई क्या?
नहीं, वो
कभी
दोबारा
medicines
यहाँ
वगैरह
पे
लेने
नहीं आई, दोबारा वो यहाँ पे नहीं आई।
And let's now play out that sequence where top forensic officer in the Shraddha murder case, S.K. Gupta, has spoken to Republic. He stated that they've collected all the evidence, ample amount of evidence, and they've submitted it with the police. Listen in.
आपकी टीम, फॉरेंसिक टीम आफ्ताब अमीन पूनावाला के घर गई सारे एविडेंस रिकॉर्ड करने के लिए। तो सर, जब आपने एंटर किया तो आपने वहाँ पे क्या क्या देखा?
देखिए, हमने उसके जो हाउस की सारी सर्चिंग करी थी और वहाँ पे जो भी क्राइम एग्जिबिट हमें मिले थे वो हमने कलेक्ट किए थे और वो सारे हमने पुलिस को हैंड ओवर कर दिए।
जी, तो सर आपको एविडेंस मिले हैं वहाँ से जो आपने पुलिस को हैंड ओवर कर दिए हैं?
जो भी मिले हैं वो हमने हैंड ओवर कर दिए।
जी सर, अगर डीएनए सैंपलिंग की अगर बात की जाए तो जो हड्डियां जंगल से मिली हैं वो इंसान की ही हैं?
ये एग्जामिनेशन का विषय है। जंगल में भी हमें कुछ एग्जिबिट्स मिले थे
जी,
वो भी हमने पुलिस को हैंड ओवर कर दिए। पुलिस उसको फर्दर डीएनए एग्जामिनेशन या और कुछ एग्जामिनेशन के लिए हमारी लेबोरेटरी में भेजेगी तो उसकी रिपोर्ट दी जाएगी।
सर, कितना क्लीन था घर? क्योंकि ऐसी भी रिपोर्ट आ रही है कि काफी मेहनत से वहाँ पे साफ सफाई की गई है, एविडेंस छुपाने की कोशिश की गई है, ऐसा लगा क्या आपको?
क्लीन था घर, हम यही कह सकते हैं।
जी सर, और एक मैं कहूंगी कि आज कोर्ट की तरफ से नार्को की परमिशन मिल गई है, तो अगर एफएसएल नार्को करता है अगले 2-3 दिन में तो किस तरीके का प्रोसीजर होता है ये?
देखिए, अभी हमारी फॉरेंसिक साइंस लेबोरेटरी रोहिणी में नार्को की फैसिलिटी स्टार्ट हो गई
जी।
हमारी टीम, एफएसएल की टीम और डॉक्टर की टीम मिलके बाबा अम्बेडकर हॉस्पिटल में नार्को टेस्ट करते हैं।
जी, तो सर नार्को टेस्ट किस तरीके का होता है कि जैसे अगर पुलिस को अभी लग रहा है कि वो कोऑपरेट नहीं कर रहा है तो नार्को टेस्ट से कितनी सक्सेस मिल सकती है?
नार्को टेस्ट एक तरह से सच को उगलवाने का एक तरीका।
जी, तो सर एक सवाल मैं और पूछूंगी कि आफ्ताब आपके साथ था तो क्या उसने कोऑपरेट किया पूरी इन्वेस्टिगेशन में आपके साथ?
इस बारे में पुलिस ही बता पाएगी आपको। थैंक यू
जी सर, बस एक आखिरी सवाल, क्या आफ्ताब ने बताया था कि बॉडी कहाँ रखी, किस तरीके से उसने उसको चॉप किया, या इस तरीके का कोई कन्फेशन?
ये मैडम पुलिस की इन्वेस्टिगेशन का ही विषय है, ये हमारा कंसर्न नहीं है।
सर, क्या बाथरूम में रखी थी बॉडी की? कम से कम छींटे पड़े और वहाँ पे कटे?
ये पुलिस वाले ही बता पाएंगे।
सर, बाथरूम से भी सैंपल लिए गए हैं?
कई सैंपल लिए थे हमने, 10-12 सैंपल लिए थे
जी,
जो जंगल में लिए।
सर, बाथरूम, किचन, घर के हर कोने से एविडेंस ले लिए गए हैं?
जो भी एविडेंस मिले हमने कलेक्ट कर दिए।
And let's now play out that other sequence of the plumber who had conducted repair works at the house where Shraddha and Aaftab lived together. Listen into what he had to say.
आपने देखा है? आप बताएंगे कि श्रद्धा ने क्या पहन रखा था, किस तरीके, किस
पैंट वगैरह कुछ वैसे पहन
रखा था? पैंट और टी शर्ट।
बाकी मतलब एक बैग था इसका, इसमें पीछे हाँ, और वो कपड़े वगैरह लेके आए थे।
कैसा बैग था?
बैग का तो मेरे वैसे ही था जो टांगने का होता पीछे, और इतना मतलब मैंने
जो स्कूल बैग होता है उस तरीके का कुछ।
हाँ
ठीक है।
और ये ऊपर जाते हुए मैंने अंदर तक जाते हुए देखा है।
दोनों को
कितनी बार देखा? जाते हुए तो मैंने उसी टाइम देखा था, बाकी आफ्ताब को मैंने कई बार देखा है। मैं पानी के बारे में बताने गया हूँ।
आप प्लम्बर है यहाँ पे?
हाँ जी।
तो क्या बात हुई आपकी आफ्ताब से, जरा उसके बारे में बताइए।
किराएदार ने मकान मालिक के पास फ़ोन किया था कि ऐसे से पानी की दिक्कत है, तो उन्होंने मेरे पास कॉल किया कि ऐसे से आप थोड़ा उन्हें समझा दो, मैं थोड़ा दूर हूँ। और 1-2 बार वो समझेंगे तो नए किराएदार हैं, उनको पता नहीं है इसके बारे में, तो मैंने उनको बताया। फिर आफ्ताब भी नीचे आया था।
आफ्ताब आया था, किस तरीके से बात कर रहा था? क्या आपको लगा कि आफ्ताब जो है कहीं से डरा हुआ है या बहुत एग्रेसिव है, गुस्से में बात करता है, इस तरीके से कुछ लगा? प्यार से बात?
तो नॉर्मली बात किया था उसने, ऐसा कुछ नहीं। हाँ ना में जवाब दिया था, मतलब ज़्यादा बात नहीं किया। जो फैमिली वाला जो किराएदार है उन्होंने उसको बुलाया था नीचे, कि मैंने तो समझ लिया, अब आप भी समझ लीजिए कि आपका गेट वाल कौन सा है।
कौन सा किराएदार था वो, कौन से फ्लोर का?
ये फर्स्ट फ्लोर पर तो आफ्ताब रहता है, उससे ऊपर फैमिली रहती है।
तो उन्होंने बुलाया था?
हाँ, उन्होंने मतलब कि मैंने उनको समझा था, उनको पानी की ज़रूरत ज़्यादा है ना फैमिली वाले को, तो उन्होंने फिर आवाज़ मार के आफ्ताब को बुलाया था।
तो कहीं से आपको कोई शक उस पर नहीं हुआ कि
ऐसे तो कुछ बात ही नहीं थी उस टाइम।
किस
हाँ,
तारीख की बात थी? 18 मई से पहले की बात है या बाद की बात?
18 मई से पहले की बात है।
18 मई के बाद कभी वो मिला हो कि पानी से कोई दिक्कत हो रही है या उसने कुछ पूछा हो आपसे?
नहीं, मेरे से कुछ नहीं पूछा। ज़्यादातर जो किराएदार हैं वो मकान मालिक को कॉल करते थे और मकान मालिक मेरे पास कॉल करते थे।
पुलिस ने क्या आपसे पूछताछ की है?
पुलिस ने कुछ हो मेरे से क्यों करे।
Time now for a short commercial break. Coming up on the other side, Rahul Gandhi is at it again, abusing Hindutva icon Veer Savarkar. He now faces flack for it. Mega BJP versus TRS political face-off in Telangana. TRS protest turns violent. BJP MP's residence vandalized.
A B2 app is very useful and very easy to use. I check my sugar in just less than 30 seconds. So this is the main device which you use with your smartphone application. You need to just insert this device into your smartphone, and now you need to insert the strip. And now you need to take your blood, and in less than 10 seconds you will get your results.
Get your diabetes care program with a free beta-glucometer. Give a missed call on 740-1100.
In the latest Indian university rankings announced by QS, the world's leading university rankings organization, India's #1 ranked universities in various categories are IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, University of Delhi, University of Calcutta, and Amity University.
Now, Shraddha murder probe widens police to take Aaftab to office in Gurugram. Police is also likely to quiz his boss and colleagues regarding Aaftab's behavior pattern and observation while that was made while Aaftab was working with his colleagues. Country's first privately developed rocket Vikram S to be launched by the Indian Space Research Organisation from its spaceport in Sriharikota, about 115 kilometers from Chennai. The liftoff is scheduled at 11:30 a.m. today with clear weather paving the way for the launch. Prime Minister Modi to address No Money for Terror Ministerial Conference on counter-terror financing today at Hotel Taj Palace in the national capital. Centre has filed review petition in the Supreme Court against November 11th order allowing the release of all convicts in Rajiv Gandhi assassination case, saying that the order was passed without hearing it. In a statement by SDM Akshay Singh, a major crackdown on liquor trade was conducted as around 3,600 cases of liquor were destroyed, the cost of which was estimated at around 85 lakh rupees. These included foreign liquor, beer and country liquor.
The news breaks. The controversies.
सारे जो अपशब्द इस्तेमाल किए हैं उसके बारे में क्या?
सर, आप गुजरात के मुख्यमंत्री हैं, आप जानना चाहती है जनता कि इतने लोगों की मौत हो गई है सर, लेकिन
मनीष जी, आपको समन किया जा रहा है। Sir, you want to say something? The channel for elections. December 8 with Arnab.
It's a big mystery over the Shraddha murder case. Republic now accesses pictures and reports that expose the torture. Killer Aaftab now tries to peddle a mentally ill theory he says have a drug addiction. There are more explosive chats now that have begun to emerge. Shraddha confides in her ex-manager, says she was beaten. Rahul Gandhi does it again, abuses the Hindutva icon Veer Savarkar, now facing flack for it. And it is a mega BJP versus the TRS political face-off in Telangana. TRS protests turned violent. BJP MP's residence is vandalized. A very good afternoon and thank you for staying with us here on Republic. I am Deepthi Sachdeva. On this edition of the news, we are putting our focus on a controversy that refuses to die down. This is about Veer Savarkar. Do remember Rahul Gandhi, who's right now undertaking a Bharat Jodo Yatra, is in the state of Maharashtra, and it's here that he actually flagged a letter yesterday, and he has said something about Veer Savarkar that has got some netas and the BJP very, very angry. Now, they say he's a Hindutva icon. Why is Rahul Gandhi trying to defame our Hindu icon again and again? And the big question is also about the Shiv Sena, because the Shiv Sena, remember, has said that they do not agree with Rahul Gandhi and what he has said. On your screen, you're looking at images of the protests that you're seeing in different parts of Maharashtra, whether it's Mumbai, whether it's Pune, and there is also now a complaint that has been registered against Rahul Gandhi.
गांधी जी ने जिस प्रकार से महिमा मंडन करते हुए वीर सावरकर जी की स्तुति में चिट्ठी लिखी थी, वह भी आज भारत के आर्काइव में मौजूद है। कौन बड़ा नेता है? गांधी परिवार बताए। इंदिरा गांधी सच बोल रही थी या ये राहुल गांधी सच बोल रहे हैं? इंदिरा गांधी जी ने कहा वीर सावरकर एक सपूत थे हिंदुस्तान के, एक बहुत बड़े योद्धा थे जिन्होंने अंग्रेजों के खिलाफ युद्ध लड़ा। देखिए, जहां तक ये गांधी परिवार का सवाल है, ये गांधी परिवार को लगता है केवल और केवल उनके परिवार के सदस्य ही स्वतंत्रता संग्रामी थे, उन्हीं के परिवार के सदस्य जेल गए, उन्हीं के परिवार के सदस्य ही भारतवर्ष हैं, उनके परिवार से बाहर भारतवर्ष का कोई अर्थ नहीं है। और तभी आप देखिए, सुभाष चंद्र बोस जी हो या फिर सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल हो, रह रहकर इस परिवार ने महान विभूतियों का जिस प्रकार से अपमान किया है, उनका तिरस्कार किया है, आज नतीजा है कि कांग्रेस साफ हो रही है। और राहुल जी अपने इस यात्रा का नाम तो भारत जोड़ो दे रहे हैं, मगर काम केवल भारत जलाने का और भारत को तोड़ने का है। आज भी देखिए, भारत के मानचित्र पर जिस प्रकार से धू करके आग लगाया गया है कांग्रेस पार्टी द्वारा, क्या ये भारत की परिकल्पना इनकी यही है कि भारत के मानचित्र पे आग लगाना? बार बार राहुल गांधी कहते रहे हैं, पहले भी कहते रहे हैं कि आग लगेगा, आग लगेगा। तो ये मानसिकता भारत जोड़ो वाले नहीं है, ये मानसिकता भारत तोड़ो वाले हैं। और जिस प्रकार के अशोभनीय भाषा का प्रयोग राहुल गांधी जी ने वीर सावरकर के लिए किया है, प्रत्येक भारतवर्षी जो है वो क्षुब्ध है, प्रत्येक महाराष्ट्र का निवासी क्षुब्ध है। राहुल गांधी को क्षमा याचना करनी चाहिए।
वो देश का विरोधी है, हिंदू संस्कृति का वो विरोधी है, वो भारत का विरोधी है। इसीलिए हम यही बताना चाहता हूं कि राहुल जी, आपने जो बात बोला, देश आपका ऊपर प्रतिशोध लेगा।
टुकड़े टुकड़े गैंग के साथ भारत जोड़ो यात्रा करने वाले राहुल गांधी जी, सवाल ये खड़ा होता है कि आप कभी हिंदू आतंकवाद की बात करते थे, कभी भारत के टुकड़े टुकड़े करने वालों के साथ जवाहरलाल नेहरू विश्वविद्यालय में खड़े नजर आते थे। सावरकर, वीर सावरकर के ऊपर आप प्रश्न चिन्ह खड़ा करते हो। ये कांग्रेस की मानसिकता है जो एक परिवार से आगे बढ़कर ना देख पाई है, ना देख पाएगी।
So you're hearing those reactions that have come in from the BJP. Now, what this controversy is all about, let's help you understand that with this graphic that's up on your screen. Now, just contrast these two letters on your screens. Right now, on the right, you're reading bits of the Savarkar letter that Rahul Gandhi has quoted, and on the left is the letter written by and signed by Mahatma Gandhi. If you look very, very closely at the last lines, it actually does go on to say, and I'm reading from Mahatma Gandhi's letter on the left, where he again, remember, does use the word that he was common practice to write, I beg to remain your obedient / a sincere servant. Now, what Rahul Gandhi is wanting to say by quoting this letter is that Veer Savarkar was actually working for the Britishers. He was not anyone who contributed any ways to our freedom struggle, something that has been countered with this other letter now that you see on the left of your screen. And as I said, a story that has generated a lot of anger, particularly in the state of Maharashtra, where we are looking at these protests in Mumbai, in Pune, also in Aurangabad, and we will track that story very, very closely.
National Conference Chief Farooq Abdullah has stepped down as the president of the National Conference. The decision has been taken ahead of December 5, the birth anniversary of Sheikh Abdullah, wherein it is expected that the elections will be held, and the senior leadership of the National Conference is now eyeing on Umar Abdullah as the next chief of the party. And the senior leaders are also saying that Farooq Abdullah's stepping down as the NC chief. Now the probable candidate for the next is Umar Abdullah, as he has held the post of the National Conference chief for a long time and he has taken the party to a next level. But it has to be seen how the things move out amid the attack by the opposition parties, especially the Bharatiya Janata Party, that the National Conference is only promoting the dynasty politics. And after Sheikh Abdullah, it's Farooq Abdullah, and will it now be Umar Abdullah once again? That is something that has to be seen. And the National Conference leaders are saying that the candidature will be open for all the leaders of the party. With Sir Jeevan Kumar, Gursimran Singh for Republic Media Network.
And now let's shift our focus to get you the very latest in the Shraddha murder case, because remember, it's day 5. Republic continues to keep you ahead on every important detail, on every update. And as I said, the story is crying horror by the moment, because according to source of the Delhi police now, the killer Aaftab is making a big disclosure. Now, what does he say? He says that he is a drug addict. And even on the day, at the time of the murder of Shraddha, on May the 18th, he was intoxicated. Now, does this mean that this is something that he will be using as an alibi? Is he trying to mislead the police? Sit back and watch this exclusive report.
As the probe widens in the Shraddha murder case, there has been yet another twist in killer Aaftab's tale. He has now claimed that he is a drug addict and that he was in an intoxicated state on May the 18th, on the night of the murder.
He is also saying that on that very day when this brutal murder was done by Aaftab on 18th of May, he was under the impression of drug. He smoked that day. He strangled Shraddha, after which Shraddha lost her life, and they were fighting for the whole day. That's something what is coming in light.
Aaftab has been trying to mislead the police and he is now peddling a mentally ill theory.
Now this is the new angle which has came in light, in which it has been stated, the sources and the police are confirming us that Aaftab now saying that he's a drug addicted and used to smoke also. He used to take the drug, and on that very day when he murdered Shraddha, he was under the impression of drug and he smoked that day.
Nothing seems to add up in Aaftab's version. So did Aaftab actually have an addiction problem, or is he trying to wriggle out? Bureau Report for Republic TV.
So what really is the purpose of this entire alibi that is being thrown by Aaftab? That is what has to be decoded, as the police, remember, has his custody and he's going to be taken to Gurgaon, he's going to be taken to Himachal, to Uttarakhand. As we head into a quick break, but on the other side, remember, there is more to this story. There are more details and more explosive chats that have now been accessed by Republic. And if you see these chats very, very closely, along with this picture on your screen, it is telling you a totally different story. Also, it's a mega BJP versus TRS political face-off in Telangana. The TRS protest turns violent. Look how BJP MP's residence is vandalized. The full story when we come back.
I was on insulin for a very long time. After joining Beto, within 5 months of time, I was off insulin. The medicines what I'm taking has become minimum and I'm very happy. Maybe in future, I'll be off medicines very soon.
Get your diabetes care program with a free beta-glucometer. Give a missed call on 740-1100.
In the latest Indian university rankings announced by QS, the world's leading university rankings organization, India's #1 ranked universities in various categories are IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, University of Delhi, University of Calcutta, and Amity University.
From Nagpur, where BJP is staging a protest after Kamalnath had cut a temple-shaped cake with Hanuman's portrait.
Vacuum cleaner that was found at Aaftab's residence allegedly used vacuum cleaner to remove the blood stains in the house. The JMM gathered in support of Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren, the ED summoned in connection with the illegal mining case. Now, Shraddha murder probe widens police to take Aaftab to office in Gurugram. Police is also likely to quiz his boss and colleagues regarding Aaftab's behavior pattern and observation while that was made while Aaftab was working with his colleagues. Country's first privately developed rocket Vikram S to be launched by the Indian Space Research Organisation from its spaceport in Sriharikota, about 115 kilometers from Chennai. The liftoff is scheduled at 11:30 a.m. today with clear weather paving the way for the launch. Prime Minister Modi to address No Money for Terror Ministerial Conference on counter-terror financing today at Hotel Taj Palace in the national capital.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us here on Republic. We are putting our focus on this huge political story in the state of Telangana. Now remember, Telangana is a state that BJP desperately wants to capture and a state that is KCR's only bastion. The reason why they want to hold on to the state anyhow. Now the BJP MP Arvind Dharampuri's residence in Hyderabad was allegedly attacked by TRS workers. And following this, we've seen massive protests that erupted by the TRS with the BJP MP also now hitting out.
ఆమె రాజకీయ ఆవేదనని I can understand Srimati Kavita's her political career almost has come to an end, public career has come to an end. If she is willing to contest against me, she is more than welcome, and her party to make candidate for next year Lok Sabha polls. I mean, Sabha polls. Now that's I welcome the statement that she is going to contest against me. I welcome the statement. Let's contest again. Finally, she has agreed to my request of contesting against me. I will wait for notification of next Lok Sabha elections. And regarding the attack on my house, how dare does she attack my mother, 70-year-old mother, other lady members of the family, staff, damage my house, break all the different god idols, furniture. Who gave her the right? And the way she spoke about me, it only shows her arrogance out of her caste. There is loads of caste arrogance in this Kalvakuntla family. They look upon others, other castes, very low. How dare does she attack my mother?
BJP can stoop to any lawyer to destabilize and topple the governments of non-BJP ruled states. The entire country has seen clearly how they tried to split Pawar's family by bringing out Ajit Pawar to form a government in Maharashtra. We also have seen how they tried to split Mulayam Singh Yadavji's family, and we are also seeing how they are dealing with Chirag Paswan and others. We also have seen how they have run a covert operation in the form of Eknath Shinde in Maharashtra. When our Honorable Chief Minister has exposed their misdeeds, poaching MLAs, bribing our MLAs, tried to contact Kavita ji to join BJP, now they are, trying to level baseless allegations on us. They say that Kavita ji tried to contact Congress party, which is completely out of frustration they are talking. Now they were caught red-handed in Telangana. Their agents have caught red-handed in Telangana. They are behind bars. Instead of asking for a probe, BJP, while claiming they don't have any connect with the agents whom we have caught, they go to courts to stop the investigation. This clearly shows BJP how they are running their government today, splitting the parties, splitting the families, toppling the governments, poaching MLAs. This has become a daily routine for BJP party in the country today. These undemocratic practices are not going to continue, and definitely the people of Telangana, people of this country will teach them a befitting lesson. And in the days to come, our leader, Chief Minister Honorable KCR Garu, is going to play a crucial role even in the national space. Definitely, we will teach BJP a befitting lesson and we will try to show them their place.
Well, in the massive face-off which has been escalating here in the state of Telangana between the BJP and the TRS, now we see that Arvind Dharmapuri, the BJP MP, had made a comment stating that TRS MLC and the daughter of Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao is rather in touch with the Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge and might be expressing her willingness to join the Congress party. Rather, we had seen that during the closed-door meeting which was being led by the Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao, the party meeting, sources said that CM KCR had commented that BJP tried to poach K. Kavita, and now we see that after a massive face-off, now we see that the BJP MP Arvind Dharmapuri's residence has been vandalized by the TRS workers, and also as you can see, the windows here have been broken down. There was a protest which broke out here in Hyderabad at the residence of the BJP MP, and also as you can see there are pink flags, that is the party flag of the TRS, and completely vandalized. The house here of the BJP MP is completely vandalized. Well, this is the situation right now here at the BJP MP Arvind Dharmapuri's residence. Well, we also see that the TRS has completely hitting out at the BJP, and also we see that the TRS MLC K. Kavita has hit hitted out at BJP MP Arvind Dharmapuri and stated that next time if he makes any sort of comments against her or personal attacks, then he will have to face consequences. And she also said that she will hit him with a slipper at the Nizamabad crossroad. Well, Nizamabad is the constituency of the BJP MP. So now we see that massive face-off, and Arvind Dharmapuri, the BJP MP's residence, has been vandalized by the TRS leaders. This is Anirisha with original listeners for Republic TV.
Thank you, Mr. President. I am taking the floor today to exercise India's right of reply to respond to Pakistan's continued abuse of this august assembly. As we meet today to discuss this extremely important topic of UN Security Council reforms, representative of Pakistan has yet again made unwarranted references to Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir, let me repeat once again for his benefit, remains an integral and inalienable part of India, irrespective of what the representative of Pakistan believes or covets. Pakistan's desperate attempts to peddle falsehoods and a bad habit of abusing the sanctity of multilateral forums deserves our collective contempt and perhaps some sympathy as well. I thank you, Mr. President.
We're heading into a break right now, but when we come back, our focus is back on the Shraddha murder investigation. The killer Aaftab now tries to peddle a mentally ill theory, and he says that he has a drug addiction. Also, Rahul Gandhi is at it again, abuses the Hindutva icon Veer Savarkar, facing flack for it. The BJP is up in arms.
Gujarat anti-terrorist squad reached the site where more than 500 gelatin sticks were found near Som River in Dungarpur, as wet gelatin sticks of around 40 kgs were recovered today as manufacturing is expected to be from Rajasthan's Explosives and Chemicals unit in Dholpur. National President JP Nadda, besides union ministers and chief ministers, is expected to address public meetings in the 89 Gujarat Assembly constituencies going to polls in the first phase of elections on 1st of December.
Very important day today, because this is the day when Aaftab will be produced in the court, and this is going to be the Saket court in the national capital.
Poster war peaking in New Delhi. BJP posted a poster on Twitter saying, "From real life to real life. Thanks Aam Aadmi Party for reminding us."
NIA has taken over the case of the Udhampur twin blasts. 2 FIRs have been registered.
From Nagpur, where BJP is staging a protest after Kamal Nath had cut a temple-shaped cake with Hanuman's portrait.
Vacuum cleaner that was found at Aaftab's residence allegedly used vacuum cleaner to remove the blood stains in the house. The JMM gathered in support of Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren. The ED summoned in connection with the illegal mining case. Now, Shraddha murder probe widens police to take Aaftab to office in Gurugram. Police is also likely to quiz his boss. And
the news breaks. The controversies.
सारे जो अपशब्द इस्तेमाल किए हैं उसके बारे में क्या?
सर, आप गुजरात के मुख्यमंत्री हैं, आप जानना चाहती है जनता कि इतने लोगों की मौत हो गई है सर, लेकिन एफआईआर का नाम नहीं।
मनीष जी, आपको समन किया जा रहा है। सर, you want to say something? The channel for elections. December 8 with Arnab.
The poster war which is on in the national capital. Yesterday also we have seen the same, and this is not the first time. Just before the MCD election, now it is on the daily basis when Bharatiya Janata Party, the Delhi unit of Bharatiya Janata Party, is coming out with the posters, and this is the poster war which is going on. And today, if we talk about the latest, this is about the money heist, the poster which has been put by Bharatiya Janata Party on the Twitter handle, and they are calling them professors of corruption. Yesterday, let me remind you, this was including all the top brasses of the Aam Aadmi Party. This was put in that these are thugs of Delhi, comparing it from the real life to the real life. Today, this is again a poster in which the top brasses, including Manish Sisodia, Satyen Jain, Arvind Kejriwal himself, all could be clearly seen in that poster. And this is the money heist in Delhi poster by BJP Delhi, which is on the Twitter handle of BJP Delhi. And this is being stated that these are the professors of corruption. That's something what they have said. And they have done several money heists in Delhi, from stealing party seat tickets, Hawala scam to liquor gate scam. All has been targeted, what we are seeing from last few days in the national capital.
Fatal accident which happened at the Mumbai-Pune highway. 3 people who are injured, 5 people lost their lives. This accident which happened last night at 11 p.m.
Farooq Abdullah to step down as the National Conference Chief. Now it has to be seen that will it be Umar Abdullah the next one, because earlier also Umar Abdullah has held the position.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Event number 96 completed.
And we have a successful liftoff of Vikram S rocket.
Centre has filed review petition in the Supreme Court against November 11th order allowing the release of all convicts in Rajiv Gandhi assassination case, saying that the order was passed without hearing it. In a statement by SDM Akshay Singh, a major crackdown on liquor trade was conducted as around 3,600 cases of liquor were destroyed, the cost of which was estimated at around 85 lakh rupees. These included foreign liquor, beer and country liquor. The government has also recommended a CBI inquiry into the matter involving case of fake admission in Ayush colleges without passing NEET, and STF made the arrest of 12 people including Ayurveda director SN Singh, who's now been arrested. In fact, in last 1 year, over 40,000 Myanmar nationals In last 1 year, over 40,000 Myanmar nationals have entered India and is taking shelter in over 150 refugee camps in the state. In October this year alone, 1,800 new refugees have arrived. Despite clear instructions from Centre, Mizoram is issuing certificates to the refugees without any authorization. Gujarat anti-terrorist squad reached the site where more than 500 gelatin sticks were found near Som River in Dungarpur, as wet gelatin sticks of around 40 kgs were recovered today as manufacturing is expected to be from Rajasthan's Explosives and Chemicals unit in Dholpur. National President JP Nadda, besides union ministers and chief ministers, is expected to address public meetings in the 89 Gujarat Assembly constituencies going to polls in the first phase of elections on 1st of December.
Very, very important day today because this is like the day when Aaftab will be produced in the court, and this is going to be the Saket court in the national capital.
Poster war peaking.
Good afternoon and thank you for staying tuned. You're watching the news at 4 p.m. I'm Suesha Sawan joining you live on the broadcast. We continue to get you newer angles as the investigation continues in the Shraddha murder case. Most importantly, this explosive chat that Republic has been able to access from 2020 that clearly indicated that Shraddha wanted to get out of this relationship she had with Aaftab. That and much more in this edition. First, a quick check of the headlines we're tracking at this hour. Big mystery over Shraddha murder. Republic accesses pictures and reports that expose torture. Killer Aaftab now tries to peddle mentally ill theory. He says he is a drug addict. More explosive chats emerge. Shraddha confides in her ex-manager. She says she was beaten up.
Allah bol! Bol mera bhaiya! Allah bol! Maharashtra Urban Senator! Yes!
Rahul Gandhi is at it again, abuses Hindutva icon. Veer Savarkar now faces flag for it. Mega BJP versus TRS political face-off in Telangana. TRS protest turns violent. BJP MP's residence vandalized. And while we continue to get you more and more evidence that Republic has been able to track that reflects of the toxicity, the torture and the pain that Shraddha had to go through while she was in a relationship with Aaftab. This is a chat that Republic has been able to access from November 24, 2020, where Shraddha was telling her former manager of how she was abused by Aaftab. He used to beat her up to the extent that she couldn't even get up from bed. Her blood pressure was low, her work was getting impacted. She had apologized to him and also confided in him, telling him that Aaftab was now going to move out of the house, and she wanted to ensure that Aaftab does that. They had gone to his parents' house, they had had an agreement, and this chat clearly indicative of how she wanted to move out of that relationship. She wanted Aaftab to leave the house. Let me quickly take you through these pointers that you see on your screens right now. He's moving out today, and I won't be able to make it today because from all the beating yesterday, I guess my BP is low and my body hurts. Energy nahi bachi hai bed se uthne ki. Also, I need to make sure he moves out today. This chat that puts it all out of what the relationship was like in 2020. This chat has been accessed from the 24th of November 2020 when Shraddha had written all this to her manager she was working for at that time in 2020, where she's clearly confiding in him. She's telling him that she was beaten up by Aaftab. She was beaten up to the extent that her blood pressure is low. Her body hurts to the extent that she can't even get up from bed. She's also told him that he's moving out today. She will not be able to make it to work because she wants to ensure that he moves out today. In this chat, she's also mentioned to him that she knows her work is getting impacted. She's apologized for that, and she said that I will come back to work. I just want to ensure everything goes back to normal, which means that Aaftab must move out, and that is what she wanted to ensure. Once again, reading out verbatim from this chat, he's moving out today, and I won't be able to make it today because from all the beating yesterday, I guess my BP is low, my body hurts, energy nahi bachi hai bed se utne ki. Also, I need to make sure he moves out today. And we continue to get you more details of this chat. Meanwhile, breaking news that is coming on your screens right now, fresh inputs flashing of protests that are taking place in Thane, demanding justice for Shraddha. Anger that is mounting across the country. Every Indian feeling the sentiment of seeking justice for Shraddha. More and more brutal details of the investigation that are emerging with every passing day. Anger is mounting. These are fresh protests that we see in Mumbai, Thane to be precise, where they are demanding justice for Shraddha. We'll try and dip into these voices and listen into what these protesters are saying. Let's listen in.
जिहादमध्ये असं काही कामं करू नये आणि तुम्ही लव जिहादमध्ये सतत हिंदू मुलींनाही का टार्गेट करताय म्हणजे त्यांना तुम्ही स्वतःही घरातलेही जे पालक आहेत तेही स्वतःच्या मुलींनाही लव जिहादबद्दल सांगा आणि त्यांना सर्वसामान्य ते आपले जे धर्म आहेत त्याच्याबद्दलही जागरूक करा.
And you see many of these voices that are coming in from across the country where protests are taking place. These are fresh pictures from Thane, where protesters are demanding justice for Shraddha. This as we see that Aaftab is in police custody for another 5 days. Exactly what happened in the Saket court yesterday. And most importantly, how the Delhi police, as they are diving deeper into getting details of what had happened and most importantly, retrieving the murder weapon, they will also be recreating the crime scene and moving to states of Uttarakhand and Himachal also to do the same. And we get you all that we know until now when it comes to the investigation in the Shraddha murder case. All the details of the investigation we put together in this news wrap in brief to give you a sense of where the investigation stands. Evidence piles up against accused Aaftab in the Shraddha murder case. Now a chat of Shraddha with her manager dating back to 2020 accessed by Republic. Shraddha mentions blood pressure is low from being beaten up. She says her body hurts to the extent that she can't even move from bed. Shraddha mentions in the chat dated 2020 that she wanted Aaftab to move out. Another evidence of Shraddha reaching out for help. Shraddha tells her manager that she needed to make sure that he moved out. A picture dating back to 2020 also accessed by Republic showing injuries on Shraddha's face. Another piece of evidence suggests Shraddha was hospitalized at Ozone Hospital in Vasai with the complaint of severe back pain. The doctor says that Shraddha had come with the complaint of pain in her spine around the 3rd of December 2020. Police widens its probe in the Shraddha murder case. A team of Delhi police team arrived in Maharashtra to investigate the Shraddha murder case. Palghar police said that they will cooperate with the Delhi police. Delhi police reached the office where Aaftab used to work. Police carried out searches at the location to find out more evidence in the case. Delhi police team is also set to visit Dehradun as Aaftab claims that he had thrown some of the body parts in Dehradun. One after the other, tales being peddled by Aaftab. Delhi police sources say that Aaftab had disclosed to the police that he was a drug addict. He was intoxicated at the time on the day of the murder. He was under the influence of marijuana, is what he said. He's told the cops that he strangled Shraddha when he had consumed marijuana. Republic spoke to the plumber who happened to be the last man who saw Shraddha before she was murdered. And it's an exclusive testimony to Republic. And yes, as we continue to get you more and more voices of Shraddha's friends and those who were privy to the relationship, this is Lakshman, who happened to be a very close friend of Shraddha. He has now become a prime witness in this case and is now submitting his statement to the Delhi police. He is evading the media at the moment, given how this is a case heavily followed by the media. But Lakshman Nadar has now put out important statements and details that he knew of the relationship between Shraddha and Aaftab. This is the latest input coming in as the investigation continues, and one of Shraddha's very close friends, Lakshman Nadar, who has now become a prime witness in this case. He's recorded his statement with the Delhi police. We were trying to get in a word from him. Meanwhile, these are pictures of protest in Thane. While we showed you that, Lakshman Nadar, who is someone who knew very intimate and inside details of the relationship that Aaftab and Shraddha shared. He's become a prime witness in this case. And remember, the Delhi police has also reached Maharashtra. A team of officials who are in Maharashtra as they're probing every angle. Remember, the Palghar police has said that they will cooperate with the Delhi police. A team of officials who have also reached Himachal. And this is the latest that has just come in. Dehradun, Gurugram, Maharashtra. These are the locations where officials have branched out from the Delhi police to investigate into all the angles of the Shraddha murder case. Shraddha's friend Lakshman Nadar, who has recorded his statement, he's become a prime witness in this case. And I want to cut across to my colleague Sandeep, who's getting us all the details on the ground from Mumbai. Sandeep, I'm not too sure where you are at this point. We, of course, can see that sequence of where you were probably trying to get in a word from Lakshman Nadar. He's become an important witness in this case, the prime witness who has to say what had happened at that time.
See, at this point of time, I'm right outside the crime branch unit, crime detection unit of Vasai police. And in fact, this is the very location wherein Lakshman Nadar was quizzed by Delhi police for more than 3 hours. So Lakshman Nadar is one of the prime witness in this case of Shraddha Walkar murder case, and in fact remember, he is the closest friend of Shraddha Walkar, and in fact he was the person who had informed the father of Shraddha Walkar, that is Vikas Walkar, that Shraddha is not replying to the messages and there is no communication between the friends of Shraddha Walkar, and in fact following which a missing report was in fact filed at Manikpur police station. Now today, as Delhi Police, a team of Delhi Police has arrived here at Crime Branch Unit of Vasai Police, and in fact they quizzed the prime witness, that is Lakshman Nadar in this case, and he was in fact evading the questions of Republic TV, and in fact almost all the media channels chased him to get his reaction, to get one word from him, like what kind of questioning took place, why is he running from the questions of Republic TV. So definitely there are several points in fact that were raised, but yes, Lakshman Nadar evaded the question, although the team of Delhi Police is still inside here, and we have been told there are 3 teams that has been formed out here in Vasai who are separately investigating this matter. Remember, one team is here who is, देखिए आपको हम बता दें कि एक टीम जो है वो यहाँ पर मौजूद है, एक टीम यहाँ पर तमाम जो स्टेटमेंट दिए गए थे, जो भी स्टेटमेंट लक्ष्मण नाडर हो या तमाम जो विटनेसेस हो, उन लोगों ने जो स्टेटमेंट दिए थे उन स्टेटमेंट को जो है उससे मैच किया है, उससे मिलाया है, सवाल जवाब जो है वो लक्ष्मण नाडर से किया गया है। उसके अलावा आपको बता दें कि 2 अलग अलग टीम अभी भी दिल्ली पुलिस की वसई में है, और जो जहां जहां वो रहते थे उन तमाम ठिकानों से जो है वो एविडेंसेस इकट्ठा करने का प्रयास जो है वो दिल्ली पुलिस का है। इसके अलावा आपको बता दें कि वो जो घर है, चाहे वो रीगल अपार्टमेंट हो या व्हाइट हिल अपार्टमेंट हो, उन तमाम जो प्रोप्राइटर है जहां पर वो रेंट पर रहते थे, उन लोगों से भी पूछताछ की जाने की संभावना है। उसके अलावा जो भी इस मामले को लेकर के, और सबसे अहम गवाह जो है वो शिवानी मात्रे है। शिवानी मात्रे भी एक सहेली थी श्रद्धा वालकर की, जिसके बाद जो है संभावित है कि शिवानी मात्रे से किसी गुप्त स्थान पर जो है वो दिल्ली पुलिस जो है वो पूछताछ करेगी। लेकिन मौजूदा स्थिति ऐसी है कि लक्ष्मण नाडर, जिससे दिल्ली पुलिस ने करीब 3 घंटे से ज़्यादा वक्त जो है वो सवाल जवाब किए, लेकिन जब हम उनसे सवाल करने का प्रयास किया, जब हमने उनसे पूछा कि क्या कुछ ऐसे सवाल जवाब थे जो दिल्ली पुलिस ने आपसे किए हैं, लेकिन तमाम सवालों को जो है वो जवाब उनसे देते नहीं बना और वो भाग खड़े हुए। कारण क्या है आखिरकार कि सवालों से भागने का? क्या वो मीडिया के सामने नहीं आना चाह रहे? तो ये तमाम ऐसे पहलू हैं जिसको लेकर के जो है वो प्रश्न चिन्ह बने हुए हैं। लेकिन आपको बता दें कि दिल्ली पुलिस जो है लगातार, दिल्ली पुलिस मुंबई पहुंच चुकी है और एक्शन में है। आपको बता दें कि 3 घंटे से ज़्यादा की पूछताछ जो है लक्ष्मण नाडर से की गई है, वो कम नहीं है। और आपको बता दें इसके पहले भी लक्ष्मण नाडर से लगातार जो है दिल्ली पुलिस ने पूछताछ की थी। लक्ष्मण नाडर ही इनफैक्ट वो पहला शख्स था जिसने श्रद्धा के पिता को इस बात की जानकारी दी थी कि श्रद्धा वालकर से संपर्क जो है वो टूट चुका है, श्रद्धा वालकर किसी भी दोस्तों के साथ जो है बातचीत नहीं हो रही है। तो कहीं ना कहीं ये तमाम बिंदु हैं जिनको जोड़ने का प्रयास जो है वो दिल्ली पुलिस यहाँ पर कर रही है, और तमाम जो सबूत, दस्तावेज, जो एविडेंसेस हैं तमाम इकट्ठा करके जो है इस केस को आगे और लेके जाने का प्रयास जो है वो दिल्ली पुलिस का यहाँ से जारी है।
Absolutely, Sandeep, they're getting us the details of what exactly is happening in Mumbai at this point. And remember that the case is now moving very fast when it is the investigation. Yes, the investigation, as the Delhi police is not only questioning Aaftab here, taking him to the crime scene for recreating the crime scene, but most importantly, reaching out in Maharashtra to get details and widen the probe. Also in Uttarakhand and Himachal, as we understand, Dehradun to be precise, because of the conflicting statements that have been coming from Aaftab. He's also said that certain body parts could be in Dehradun. So all the angles that are being looked at in detail. Meanwhile, Republic also trying to get you as many voices on the ground as possible. This is the plumber that we will now hear from. He was the last person who had seen Shraddha before the crime had happened. He had gone to that house and he had performed some repair work. in that house where Aaftab lived with Shraddha. Let's listen in to what he said.
आपने देखा है आप बताएंगे कि श्रद्धा ने क्या पहन रखा था, किस तरीके
पैंट वगैरह कुछ वैसे पहन
रखा था, पैंट और टी शर्ट,
बाकी मतलब बैग था इसका इसमें पीछे
बैग था।
हाँ, और वो कपड़े वगैरह लेके आए थे।
कैसा बैग था?
बैग का तो मेरे वैसे ही था जो टांगने का होता पीछे, और इतना मतलब मैंने
जो स्कूल बैग होता है उस तरीके का कुछ।
हाँ
ठीक है।
और ये ऊपर जाते हुए मैंने अंदर तक जाते हुए देखा है।
जाते हुए देखा है दोनों को कितनी बार देखा?
जाते हुए तो मैंने उसी टाइम देखा था, बाकी आफ्ताब को मैंने कई बार देखा है। मैं पानी के बारे में बताने गया हूँ।
आप प्लम्बर है यहाँ पे? तो क्या बात हुई आपकी आफ्ताब से, जरा उसके बारे में बताइए।
किराएदार ने मकान मालिक के पास फोन किया था कि ऐसे से पानी की दिक्कत है, तो उन्होंने मेरे पास कॉल किया कि ऐसे से आप थोड़ा उन्हें समझा दो, मैं थोड़ा दूर हूँ। और एक दो बार वो समझेंगे, तो नए नए किराएदार हैं, उनको पता नहीं है इसके बारे में, तो मैंने उनको बताया। फिर आफ्ताब भी नीचे आया था।
आफ्ताब आया था, किस तरीके से बात कर रहा था? क्या आपको लगा कि आफ्ताब जो है कहीं से डरा हुआ है या बहुत एग्रेसिव है, गुस्से में बात करता है, इस तरीके से कुछ लगा? प्यार से बात
तो नॉर्मली बात किया था उसने, ऐसा कुछ नहीं। हाँ ना में जवाब दिया था, मतलब ज़्यादा बात नहीं किया। जो फैमिली वाला जो किराएदार है उन्होंने उसको बुलाया था नीचे, कि मैंने तो समझ लिया, अब आप भी समझ लीजिए कि आपका गेट वाल कौन सा है।
कौन सा किराएदार था वो, कौन से फ्लोर का?
ये फर्स्ट फ्लोर पे तो आफ्ताब रहता है, उससे ऊपर फैमिली रहती है।
तो उन्होंने बुलाया था?
हाँ, उन्होंने मतलब कि मैंने उनको समझा था, उनको पानी की ज़रूरत ज़्यादा है ना फैमिली वाले को, तो उन्होंने फिर आवाज़ मार के आफ्ताब को बुलाया था।
अच्छा ठीक है। तो कहीं से आपको कोई शक उस पर नहीं हुआ?
ऐसे तो कुछ बात ही नहीं थी उस टाइम।
किस तारीख की बात थी? 18 मई से पहले की बात है या बाद की बात?
18 मई से पहले की बात है।
18 मई के बाद कभी वो मिला हो कि पानी से कोई दिक्कत हो रही है, या उसने कुछ पूछा हो आपसे?
नहीं, मेरे से कुछ नहीं पूछा। ज़्यादातर जो किराएदार हैं वो मकान मालिक को कॉल करते थे, और मकान मालिक मेरे पास कॉल करते थे।
पुलिस ने क्या आपसे पूछताछ की?
पुलिस ने कुछ मेरे से क्यों करेगी?
अंदर तुम। And well, that is what the plumber had to say, because he had visited that home where Shraddha lived with Aaftab. And remember, a lot of these voices that are coming in, but most importantly, this explosive chat that Republic has been able to access from the 24th of November 2020, that clearly indicates how Shraddha did not want to be in this relationship. She had spoken to Aaftab. She wanted Aaftab to move out of the house. Most importantly, it is very, very clear that Aaftab used to beat her up. She was in an abusive relationship, so much so that she had written to her former manager that she was in a lot of pain. She could not get up from the bed. Her BP was low because of that. She had also apologized to her manager, saying that she knows that her work was getting impacted because of all that was happening domestically, and she wanted Aaftab to move out of the house. We know from Shraddha's friends that many such attempts had happened in the course of their relationship, where Shraddha wanted to break away from the relationship, and Aaftab would emotionally blackmail her and then bring her back into it. But this particular chat, 24th November 2020 to be precise, where Shraddha wrote to her former manager, "He is moving out today and I won't be able to come to work. I won't be able to make it today because from all the beating yesterday," let's mark the important words, all the beating yesterday, which means she was in a very abusive relationship. All the beating yesterday, I guess my BP is low and my body hurts. Energy nahi bachi hai bed se uthne ki. Also, I need to make sure he moves out today. Very, very clear in what Shraddha was feeling at that point. She was being beaten up by Aaftab, so much so that she couldn't even get up from bed. She was being abused in that relationship. She wanted to break away from him. Her BP was low. She could not go to work. Also following this message was a message to the former manager that I know my work is getting impacted. Let me get done with all this. She was facing a lot in domestically. She wanted him to move out. So while she wanted to go to work, she wanted to tell her manager that I want to come to work, but I also want to ensure that he moves out. I need to make sure that happens. He's moving out today. Let me also bring in Alisha. She's joining us live from the Mumbai newsroom. Alisha, you've been able to access this chat, and very important because this speaks of where Shraddha was in this relationship. Most importantly, she was aware of the fact that she was being abused, she was being beaten up. It was a toxic relationship. She had confided in her former manager that she wants to get out of it. She wants Aaftab to move out. Also, Alisha, take us through a message that came in before, where she said that they had gone to his parents' house. Everything was clear. He's going to move out today. She wants to stay in the house on that day to ensure he moves out.
So, Isha, there are more and more chat that has been emerged. Importantly, we even saw the chat of 24th of November 2020 where she's been talking in chat. She's been chatting with her ex-manager and clearly mentioning the situation that she was going through. She also mentioned that she really wants Aaftab to move out of the house. Not only that, it has really predicted that Shraddha does not want this relation to go because he was beating her. And even we saw the visuals of Shraddha's face, like there were marks on her cheeks. But there are more chats that I have been talking about. It's very important to see even the chat that has come across. And we have managed to access the chats between Shraddha Walkar and her manager, which there are many things which has been stated where the manager is saying if you want to move out, then think you should speak to a person that has been named in this chat. You guys can share the place and you will be at peace for some time. This is what have been said by the manager of Shraddha, the ex-manager of Shraddha, clearly mentioning that if you want to move out, then I think you should speak to a person, Jespita. You guys can share the place and you will be at peace for some time. Here is the Shraddha Walkar clearly mentioning, I will talk to her later. It might take a long time here. They say the person I need to meet will be here by 6. In this, there are some the chats which has come across, and there are some more even chats. They have been trying to speak to the people, the more people, because she is clearly mentioning, okay, you be with Josham's brother, we will make sure you are safe. Have you eaten anything? This is my sister number. If you are not comfortable in Vasai, then just call my sister and come home. So these are the people who have been continuously helping Shraddha in what the situation where the Shraddha was going through, in a chat where Shraddha and the ex-manager which was going through, and the manager was also helping her, looking at the situation, what the Shraddha was going. So here he is clearly mentioning, the manager is clearly saying, if you want to move out, then I think you should speak to Jasmita. You guys can share place. Here she is saying that, Shraddha is saying that I will talk to her later, but it also been what is mentioned that if you want to, if you are not comfortable in Vasai, then just call my sister and come home. So this is the situation, the mental trauma what Shraddha was going through in a relation with Aaftab. No doubt there are the friends, the families of Shraddha Walkar who has been coming forward, specifically the friends who known Shraddha and Aaftab since 2018. Since the bachelorette, her time during her graduation, and they even know about the relation from 2019, and they have been seeing Aaftab, the relation between Aaftab and Shraddha, and which has clearly showed how the behavior of Aaftab. And this is not the first chat that we have been seeing, but there are other people as well. There are the friends of Shraddha who has come forward and also mentioned that Aaftab was very violent to her.
Absolutely, Alisha. This is very, very clear now. She was not feeling fine. She wanted to be out of this relationship. She wanted Aaftab to move out. And those around her were aware of the fact that she may not be okay. She fears for her life. She may not have eaten. She is physically not feeling fine. And which is why those around her, be it at her workplace or her friends, were trying to comfort her, were trying to tell her that she can come out of it. While she was also trying to ensure the same. Aaftab was emotionally blackmailing her, and that is what the investigators are leading to so far as more and more details are emerging. We continue to get you more of these chats and all that Republic has been able to access details of what exactly was Shraddha meaning to say at that point, who all she was confiding in, and most importantly, where did she stand with Aaftab as far as her relationship is concerned. We slip into a short commercial break, a quick check of what's lined up on the other side. I beg your pardon, Rahul Gandhi is at it again. He abuses Hindutva icon Veer Savarkar, facing flack for it. Mega BJP versus TRS political face-off in Telangana. The TRS protest turns violent, BJP MP's residence vandalized.
I was on insulin for a very long time. After joining Beto, within 5 months of time, I was off insulin. The medicines what I'm taking has become minimum and I'm very happy. Maybe in future, I'll be off medicines very soon.
Get your diabetes care program with a free Beto glucometer. Give a missed call on 740-1100.
Protesters turned out in central Bangkok on Friday as leaders gathered for the opening session of a two-day APEC summit. Police pushed back a group of protesters who tried to roll a police car blocking the street, eventually scuffling with some of the majority appeared to watch the scene from afar. Leaders from 21 economies on both sides of the Pacific Ocean are expected to discuss the war in Ukraine, great power rivalries, inflation, climate change, and fending off the pandemic at the APEC event. As host, Thailand has invited 3 special guests to the meeting: French President Emmanuel Macron, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, the Prime Minister of Saudi Arabia, and the Cambodian Prime Minister, who was to representation but will not attend after contracting COVID-19. But even as the world leaders gather, the protests in central Bangkok continue unabated. Bureau Report for Republic TV.
The poster war which is on in the national capital. Yesterday also we have seen the same, and this is not the first time. Just before the MCD election, now it is on the daily basis when Bharatiya Janata Party, the Delhi unit of Bharatiya Janata Party, is coming out with the posters, and this is the poster war which is going on. And today, if we talk about the latest, this is about the money heist, the poster which has been put by Bharatiya Janata Party on the Twitter handle. And
fatal accident which happened at the Mumbai-Pune highway. 3 people who are injured, 5 people lost their lives. This accident which happened last night at 11 p.m.
Farooq Abdullah to step down as the National Conference chief. Now it has to be seen that will it be Umar Abdullah the next one, because earlier also Umar Abdullah has held the position.
3, 2, 1, 0. Event number 96 completed.
And we have a successful liftoff of Vikram S rocket.
National Conference Chief Farooq Abdullah has stepped down as the President of the National Conference. The decision has been taken ahead of December 5, the birth anniversary of Sheikh Abdullah, wherein it is expected that the elections will be held, and the senior leadership of the National Conference is now eyeing on Umar Abdullah as the next chief of the party. And the senior leaders are also saying that Farooq Abdullah's stepping down as the NC chief. Now the probable candidate for the next is Umar Abdullah, as he has held the post of the National Conference chief for a long time and he has taken the party to a next level. But it has to be seen how the things move out amid the attack by the opposition parties, especially the Bharatiya Janata Party, that the National Conference is only promoting the dynasty politics. And after Sheikh Abdullah, it's Farooq Abdullah, and will it now be Umar Abdullah once again? That is something that has to be seen. And the National Conference leaders are saying that the candidature will be open for all the leaders of the party. With Sir Jeevan Kumar, Gursimran Singh for Republic Media Network.
From Nagpur, where BJP is staging a protest after Kamal Nath had cut a temple-shaped cake with Hanuman's portrait.
Vacuum cleaner that was found at Aaftab's residence allegedly used vacuum cleaner to remove the blood stains in the house. The JMM gathered in support of Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren. The ED summoned in connection with the illegal mining case.
Protesters turned out in central Bangkok on Friday as leaders gathered for the opening session of a two-day APEC summit. Police pushed back a group of protesters who tried to roll a police car blocking the street, eventually scuffling with some of the majority appeared to watch the scene from afar. Leaders from 21 economies on both sides of the Pacific Ocean are expected to discuss the war in Ukraine, great power rivalries, inflation, climate change, and fending off the pandemic at the APEC event. As host, Thailand has invited 3 special guests to the meeting: French President Emmanuel Macron, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, the Prime Minister of Saudi Arabia, and the Cambodian Prime Minister, who was to represent Asia but will not attend after contracting COVID-19. But even as the world leaders gather, the protests in central Bangkok continue unabated.
It's a big mystery over Shraddha murder. Republic accesses these pictures and reports that expose the torture. Killer Aaftab now tries to peddle a mentally ill theory. He says have a drug addiction. There are more explosive chats now that emerge. Shraddha confides in her ex-manager, says that she was beaten. Rahul Gandhi is at it again. He abuses the Hindutva icon Veer Savarkar, facing flack for it. It's a mega BJP versus TRS political face-off in Telangana. TRS protest turns violent. BJP MP's residence is vandalized. A very good evening and thank you for staying with us here on Republic. Rahul Gandhi is at it again. Now what Rahul Gandhi has done is that he's again spoken about Veer Savarkar, something that again has stoked a huge controversy. The reason why you're looking at the BJP in particular up in arms. These are images of protest earlier against Rahul Gandhi in different parts of Maharashtra, where essentially right now he is undertaking the Bharat Jodo Yatra. Now do remember again, this is a big unease also when it comes to the Shiv Sena and the Rahul Gandhi relationship. And you're reading more details of that story breaking on the bottom of your screens. What will Uddhav Thackeray do next? Just about yesterday he said he does not agree with what Rahul Gandhi has said. And does this mean he will ask Rahul to retract his statement or to apologize? Next. So this is exactly the story that we just mentioned right now. Rahul Gandhi facing a lot of heat, not just from the BJP, but also from the Shiv Sena. Do remember the MVA or the Maharashtra Vikas Aghadi seems to be in tatters, because we are learning that Uddhav possibly could be walking out of the UPA. We are also learning that Uddhav Thackeray is expected to release a statement very, very soon on this entire issue and the controversy that continues to get bigger by the moment ever since you heard Rahul Gandhi making that comment about Veer Savarkar just about yesterday. Let's see if we can also get in our colleagues live tracking that story for you here. Do remember earlier we've heard number of reactions from the Shiv Sena making it very, very clear, Alicia, that they do not agree with what Rahul Gandhi has said. But the point is, why do they tolerate this?
The official announcement which is going to be come by Uddhav Thackeray at the press conference which is going to happen at 5 p.m. and a major announcement itself where Uddhav Thackeray in a press conference is going to make it. Not only Uddhav Thackeray but also Addict Thackeray is also going to be present in that same press conference at 5 p.m. at Sena Bhavan, and the sources within the Shiv Sena, that is Uddhav Bhai Thackeray Sena, has indicated that this is an announcement, a major announcement which is going to be made by Uddhav Thackeray, is something about they are going to walk out of UPA. So it's a massive, we have been saying, and we also will also wait for an official statement that will come from Uddhav Thackeray itself, because there was a series of meeting which was underway in Matoshi, which is an official resident of Uddhav Thackeray. But here we have been seeing the information that we are gathering from our sources, the top sources from Uddhav Bhai Thackeray Sena, which has clearly given an indication that there will be an announcement from Uddhav Thackeray at 5 p.m. in Sena Bhavan in Dadar, where he is going to announce that the most likely where he is going to announce that they are going to move out of the UPA. That is, it is something a major setback which is going to become across for the Congress as well, because we have been seeing where in the state of Maharashtra, and important to note the statement that has been made by Rahul Gandhi during the Bharat Jodo Yatra. The statement that was made on Veer Savarkar, that has really made a question on Uddhav Thackeray Hindutva as well, because BJP earlier has also on the same issue, whether the fact that the Congress reluctantly they were making statement against Veer Savarkar, where the BJP was continuously asking the Hindutva of Uddhav Thackeray. So this could be the reason where, but we'll also wait for an official statement. But all we have been seeing that this is coming amid the Rahul Gandhi is making a statement on Veer Savarkar, and now here's the press conference of Uddhav Thackeray, where the sources indicated that where Uddhav Thackeray is going to make an announcement to move out of the UPA.
Alicia, 1 second. There is also a picture very recently of an Aditya Thackeray who actually joins Rahul Gandhi in his Bharat Jodo Yatra. We'll see if we can also put that out on our screens. But this is a picture of a long time ago. This is, remember, where the Maharashtra Vikas Aghadi actually came into fore, and they, got together essentially to rule the state of Maharashtra. An MVA today that no one knows what kind of a future it has. But tell me something very, very clearly. This means that the position of Rahul Gandhi now is untenable. And there is a larger message, Alicia, to a lot of probable allies of the Congress party, that either you listen to Rahul Gandhi because Rahul Gandhi says, this is how I think. Either you listen to me, you follow what I say, or you choose your own path.
Well, certainly, because this is something now it came across amid the Veer Savarkar comment that has been made by Rahul Gandhi. Even earlier, and as I mentioned that the statement earlier that was given by the Congress leader, there always a BJP who actually questioned the Hindutva of Shiv Sena, that is specifically Uddhav Thackeray faction. Whereas Uddhav Thackeray has also come in front of the media, where he's been giving an explanation, giving an clarification of he being an Hindutva. But this is something, a statement that has come by Rahul Gandhi, and here is somewhere where we can say that Shiv Sena chief, that is Uddhav Thackeray, has to come forward, and the clear indication that has been given to us. It's clearly mentioned that today, where at 5 p.m. there is a big announcement that is going to be made by Uddhav Thackeray, and Aditya Thackeray is also going to be present in the same press conference. But moreover, too important to know that what has been said, that the decision is going to be taken over Uddhav Thackeray coming out of the UPA. But it is not even clear, because in Maharashtra there is an alliance of Mahavikas Aghadi, where Congress, NCP and Shiv Sena, that is of Uddhav Bhai Thackeray, that has come across, that is in alliance. We are not sure about whether he is also going to make an announcement over the coming move out of the MVA. But what has been said and indicated by our sources that Uddhav Thackeray was likely to make an announcement, a massive announcement, which will obviously set back for Rahul Gandhi, for Congress, whether the fact there is a common minimum program which has been taken place while forming the government in Maharashtra. But that is something been ruled out, is what we can say. But now we'll actually wait for Uddhav Thackeray press conference where...
So, Alicia, this is a clear setback for Rahul Gandhi. This really tells us what is the relationship between Congress party that is right now being headed by Rahul Gandhi, though you have Mallikarjun Kharge as its officiating president. But Rahul Gandhi has been taking, the calls. He's been calling the shots, because I do remember some time ago, Dr. Abhishek Manu Singhi of the Congress party actually said, and he, spoke in favor of a Veer Savarkar. So I think many in the Congress party also might be unsettled today with the kind of stand that Rahul Gandhi has taken, and that too when you have the Bharat Jodo Yatra in Maharashtra.
Well, of course, you rightly mentioned out there are many of the senior Congress leaders who are actually not happy with the leadership from the Gandhi family, and that has come forward before the camera as well. But what is important to know, and yes, it is a Bharat Jodo Yatra in Maharashtra since a week now. But making a statement against Veer Savarkar is something, the step that has really forced Uddhav Thackeray to take some important step, a crucial step when it comes to the government that they have. It was formed, which was Mahavikas Aghadi in 2019, which has been said an unnatural alliance that has been made. But now this is something, a comment that directly came from Rahul Gandhi would have really forced Uddhav Thackeray to take such decision. But also there was an official statement that is going to be made at 5 p.m. in Sena Bhavan, where Uddhav Thackeray, Aditya Thackeray is going to be present in that meeting, in that press conference, and most likely he is going to announce that he is going to move out of the UP.
And what are your sources in the Shiv Sena actually telling you, Alisha? Because this, I think, is a very, very important story, considering that this is the same Sena that has always spoken for Veer Savarkar. They've gone ahead to say again and again that we want a Bharat Ratna for Veer Savarkar. That is, I mean, that's the kind of position they take. Versus a Rahul Gandhi, who, you know, allegedly, according to the BJP and the Sena, has spoken in a tone and tenor that clearly is demeaning to a, you know, Veer Savarkar. History aside, everything aside, you know, everyone is trying to put their own versions of history. But the point is, when you're in an alliance, you have to give equal respect to your alliance partners.